such an asshole.
Hi, Aaron. I hit a setback in life and am left with two options. Would like your opinion and advice on what to do next. Last I wrote to you was about choosing a car to live out of while investing my money. It's been going great until now. Here's what happened. I decided to do a 24-hour shift at work again. I do these every now and then for extra money at overtime rate when we are overloaded with work, and totaled my car on the way to my parking spot one day after spending $4,000 fixing it, $1,000 on hotels and Uber while it's in the shop, and $3,000 for the repairs. That's not bad for totaling it. Wait, total my car, fixing it. So you got it fixed. I know I made a really stupid decision driving after working so long, but my work is physical and I didn't feel tired or sleepy and thought I'd be fine to drive. Got in the car and started driving, was fine for the first few minutes. Then I woke up surrounded by airbags and my car totaled. I have 5,000 in the bank, 45,000 investing accounts, 4,000 in credit card debt. This is debt for the car repairs. I could pay off in full when the statement is due. 5,000 personal loan I took out to pay for my old car and sell it. Didn't pay it off quickly because interest is only 7%. So I invested the money from the car. 7%? Pay that shit off. 7%. Free, risk-free. 7%. Pay it the fuck off. It's just my opinion. It's not just you, but I'm just going to, hey. You know, the NBA douche canoes, which is the mascot. That's the team name of the Carlson School of Management. They got their own sports ball teams. It's called the NBA douche canoes. All right, stop doing it. Well, you know, I got some debt, you know, but if I throw the money in the market, unless your interest rate is below 3%, fuck off and pay off your goddamn debts. 7%. Insurance will cover the 7,000 I still owe on the car total, but will definitely go up to probably 400, if not 500 per month if I get a new car, since I'm only 19 years old. Oh yeah, they stab you with that, man. Okay, so here's what you obviously didn't read Bachelor Pad Economics, or you did, but you chose to ignore the really important part about the car. And I know in your particular case there might be a caveat because you were living in it, right? So maybe you did need to go a little bit more expensive. But you never, especially at that age, you do not buy a car that you get collision and comprehensive insurance. You get liability only, right? Because they're just going to stab you for the fucking insurance. You get a car that if it crashes, you don't care. You walk away, you get yourself a new one. All right. Now, I know you wanting to house yourself in it. Maybe you had to go a little bit more expensive. Maybe you want to protect your investment. And it kind of paid off. But the sweet spot would be finding a car you get liability only. So you're not sure, because $400, $500 a month, I know you get your car with it too. But dude, you're starting to find yourself a place where you could just rent a room and shower, right? Now you could actually afford albeit not an apartment, not even a studio, but you could rent a room for that. And now you're inside. My options are: one, buy a new hybrid car to live out of for about 6,000 to 8,000. I would likely finance anything over 5,000, since that's the cash I have at the moment. Keep working at my one job that pays me about 70,000 per year, and also stop the 24-hour shifts. Yeah, dude, you can look, you could do 20. Now, I never had a problem with staying up. I could stay up 24 hours, no problem. Now you are doing physical labor though, but how about 18-hour shifts? Huh? And then get some good sleep. Is that enough overtime for you? Maybe do some DoorDash, Uber Eats on the weekends to make a bit extra, help pay off the credit cards. This 5,000 in the bank account will be going towards a new car. Fix this mess and pay off all debts within 4 to 6 months with how much I make from my job. It won't take more than 6 months. All right. Yeah, I mean, look, this isn't the world's biggest setback, all right? It's not. This happened. In other words, stop. If you're beating yourself up over it, stop it, because this is pretty par for the course for your average human's mistake. I mean, it's compared to Americans' mistakes. Having kids outside of wedlock, or at least a committed, nuclear family, majoring in dumb shit. Oh, God Almighty! The fact you're not going to school or college alone is you're way ahead. The fact you have a positive net worth at 19, you're way ahead. So don't lose sleep over this. Everyone fucks up. After this whole mess is fixed, I was planning to move to a different state, maybe Nevada, and switch to a part-time job about 3 or 4 days per week while using the rest of my own time to learn a dude bro thing. You told me not to mention the dude bro thing. All right. No, look, dude, if you're going to come to Vegas, why don't you go to card dealing school and become a dealer, like a card dealer, not a drug dealer, card dealer. Although if you want to get girls, become a drug dealer. Because how, oh my God, tinglies, the tingles. No, you're not doing that. You just, and you say, I can learn to do this dude bro thing for 1 to 2 years. If I don't see success, I will most likely switch to accounting or some other skill I can work remotely with. I got a better idea. Why don't you just start with accounting now? Okay. You're not going to make money in that, bro. I don't know who told you this. That is the most dude bro douchebag. It's the Carlson School of Management MBA douche canoes. Are you going to the Carlson School of Management for douche canoeing? No. You do not know. You're not doing that. I mean, you can. I can't stop you. But if you want to waste 1 to 2 years, which if you spent those 1 to 2 years working towards a career in accounting, you wouldn't even have to go to school for it. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But you're going to be so much further ahead becoming an accountant. Okay, man. Especially now with the third goal you have, which you'll mention here in a little bit. Just why waste 2 years of your time? Just go become an accountant. All right. I know the douche, I'm just going to call it the douche canoeing. I know douche canoeing for the most part is a bullshit dude bro type of way. Then why are you doing it? Way to make money, but my retirement with my retirement mostly out of the way, I might as well try this for 1 to 2 years as a side hobby, especially since no, it's not a side hobby because you're saying I'm going to give up full-time work. It's not a hobby. You're giving up real money. You're giving up a real career. You're not, again, do whatever you want. If you were my son, I'd say you're not invited back to the Christmas until not only you go through your stupid little routine, right? Like if I had my son or daughter come up to me, I'm all for you living in your car, doing your thing. And you come, Dad, I'd say, yes, what is it, dear? It says my daughter. I want to go and become a douche canoer. Sweetheart, love you, but you can do that if you want. You're just not invited here until 1, you've gone through the process of douche canoeing and you attempt to become a douche canoe. 2, you write down a formal apology to me saying, Dad, I'm sorry I doubted your wisdom and intelligence. You are the best dad ever, and I love you. And then 3, you're going to sign an affidavit. You will never do anything that stupid again. I'd say, love you, but don't come home for Christmas. And when you're done with your stupid ideas, that's what I would do to you. You will not be my son while douche canoeing. They said, what's your son up to? Don't know. Haven't talked to him in about a year and a half, but I have a feeling after 2 years, he's going to be back here. Don't know where he went. I heard he was douche canoeing. That's not my son. No, my son wouldn't douche canoe. And I would tell people, but I found out your son was douche canoeing. I say, no, I disowned him before during that period of time. He was not my son. I was sonless at that time. Then he came back like the prodigal son, except instead of welcoming him back, I would yell and scream at him, say, hey, douche canoe, what's up? Sign the apology letter and sing. I'd have to have him sing the Calvin and Hobbes I'm very sorry song. And then I say, all right, you're back in the family. No, you should take that time and go become an accountant. And okay, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to hurt all the fraggy vaggy MBA dude bro finance bros. Accountants make more than dude bros. Accountants make more than finance bros, right? Yeah, there's like one finance bro that makes $1 million because daddy owned a hedge fund. All right. But you're not going to make, no, you're not. You're not. Go make your $100,000 a year as an accountant. Okay. Use that time to become an accountant. I have linked below a link to the course, The World's Greatest Accounting Career. Chad and I go through how to do that without having to go to college. You could go to college if you'd like. Okay. We recommend you go online where it's cheapest. You could study from wherever you want in the world in an accredited program, but you don't have to go to college. Honestly, you don't have to go to college to make six figures. It's going to take a while, 3 to 4 years, but why not be 2 years into that process, already making around 40, 50,000 a year, possibly remotely. So no, you're not going to waste your time on such a ridiculously stupid hobby. Since it doesn't cost any money to learn or do, and there are companies that will fund you with money if you pass an evaluation that shows you know how to douche canoe. No, an evaluation cost is about 100. No, take the $150 and take the course, the world's greatest accounting career instead. Will you please? Oh God. Cappy, should I go out with the suburbanite Edina Princess, whose dad is a Democrat contributing member and her mom is a professor of women's studies and she's got tattoos but big tits and long blonde hair and she has BPD but she's totally hot. Should I like go and try and date her, bro? No, you shouldn't. But bro, big titties. No. But bro, God, fine, go do it. Go do it. Just sign here the release form. You're not my son for the next 2 years. And then memorize the I'm very sorry song. I'll be a proud father. My children never fucked up. Well, I heard your son went out with Bipsy and she took him for everything. That wasn't my son. I disowned him during that time. He was not my son. The guy who came back after he broke up with Bipsy, then he became my son again. And he was an accountant. Yep. Like if my daughter, I want to become OnlyFans. I'm like, go ahead. You're not my daughter during that time. And here's the I'm very sorry song. Put it to memory. My main concern is getting into another car accident, any major car. Well, look, okay. Then take precautions to make sure you don't, but realize you might get there's a good chance you're going to get in a car accident again. It may not be your fault, but you don't control that. So don't worry about that. You can ameliorate the risks, like get some good sleep, pay more attention, don't be stupid. But I would not lose sleep over that. You're not going to control that. You're just going to make sure you sleep some more. Any major car breakdowns are even worse. A crash will cost a lot to fix because I would also need to pay for a hotel to stay at a while. I don't have a car and would need to Uber around to get to work or to get food, especially if the motel's too far to walk anywhere near. Places require you to be 21 years old to get a room. Okay. I know. Let's worry about that bridge when you get there. If for whatever reason you become homeless again. Dude, have you thought about the military? You're 19. I probably ran this past you before. And you do have some funds, right? It's not like you're how about the National Guard? Have you thought about that? You're a perfect candidate for the National Guard or the reserves. Part-time military, get some food, clothing, shelter, you get insurance. It'd just be me. I like your idea. Come out to Nevada. I love Nevada. Now, going to be hotter than blazes. You might want to think about that if you're sleeping in a car. But maybe join the Air National Guard. They got a huge military base out of here. I don't know. Maybe you get on base housing. I don't know if guard or reserves get on base housing, but that's something to evaluate. But you're coming up to me like, Cappy, there might be bad things that happen. Yes, there is. There's no advice I could give you to eliminate the risk of getting another car accident, and you're going to be facing not necessarily homelessness, but expenses and costs. Yes, that's true. You will be facing expenses and costs. There's nothing I can do to eliminate that. So you could maybe think about getting another piece of shit car, but now you got to have a place to put it. There are no solutions, only trade-offs, said the great Thomas Sowell. But that's something that for you to evaluate is the part-time military. Cost a lot to fix. Need to pay for a hotel to stay a while. You're right. See, you're like, oh my God, I have to get a hotel if I lost my car. Right, but you haven't been paying for lodging for how many years? You should almost be earmarking some money that in case you needed to get a hotel, because your car is going to break down, right? It's going to need repairs. That's an inevitability. You should start earmarking some funds. What about, do you have no friends? Do you have no social circle? Like, hey, can I crash on this couch for a month while my car gets some much needed maintenance and repairs? I'll pay you. That's something that you kind of need to start forming a community or a social circle. So with that, yeah, you're going to have to pay. I would check out Nevada. I would check out Las Vegas. I would check out the military. And no, I would not go become a douche canoe. 2, I use the 5K in cash in my bank and take out about 30,000 from my investment portfolio to pay off the debt and have enough money to fund 4 years of living overseas. I have citizenship in this place overseas. 9,000 be used to pay off debt, 1,000 for the plane ticket to the country, and 25,000 would be left over to cover 4 years of life. I can also just take out 12,000 and leave the rest to grow, even if it drops a lot. Would be fine since I have another 15,000 that would be left in my portfolio. You guys have got to stop giving me 5 options for me to analyze. I don't have time for it. You guys have got to sit down and narrow this shit down. 1 or 2, maybe 3 options. I could live with my grandparents, would have no need for owning a car. Rent, food, phone bill, and other needs would cost altogether around $400 to $500 per month. I would spend 1 year of my day dude broing. No, no, you're not fucking dude broing. And if nothing works, I would have 3 years to learn accounting or potentially some other skill online to get a job and make money. My grandparents live in a very rural area where the most fun thing to do would be learning to be an accountant. I prefer option 2 because it would allow me to start the process of becoming an accountant or potentially a douche canoe sooner. And since I would not need to work, I will have all week available to learn while also working out and learning another language on the side. No, you're not. No. Stop it. Stop being a fucking Zoomer Spurg. Focus on one fucking thing at a no, I can do this, I can do that. Knock it the fuck off. Sit the fuck down and focus on one thing. Okay? Stop being Beaker. Going to school in the foreign country for a STEM degree is also an option. Yeah, you dude, I know there's a billion fucking options. No. Sit the fuck down and evaluate which is your best ones. I'm going to tell you which ones are the bad ones. The douche canoeing. You're not douche canoeing. There, I simplified this for you. Go to college since it is free, and I like living in the foreign country more than the USA. Been there before for a few months at a time because my mother would send me there every year when school ended to have the summer for herself. Oh, wait, the dad's not around. Okay. You answered your question, man. You like it better over there. Lead with that. What are you, a chick going through all this fucking analysis? Oh, by the way, I like it way over here more. I mean, when you're on a dating app, are you going to do the chick thing and like go on several dates, all this stuff on the online dating apps, 4 dates, and oh, by the way, I have a kid. By the way, I got the herp. Fucking hell. In the future, I would prefer to live outside the USA. Not sure exactly where I would need to do some reconnaissance. Both these options will allow me to get to a point where I can work remotely, but overseas, I would also be with my family and have people to talk to outside of work. With option 2, I would have about double the time to learn an employable skill set, cutting the time it takes in half. Also, more opportunities with free college while not having to worry about potential car problems or crashes. The downside is I would be taking a large chunk of money on my investment portfolio, but I'm a minimalist, so after learning accounting, I would easily be okay. You have a lot of time. I'm not worried about your retirement, dude. You're worrying about your retirement so much you're crippling your options that would allow you to make more money down the road and inevitably lead to a happier life. How much do you got in retirement savings? You got 45,000 in an investment account. Okay. I I think now is the time. Now, did you put it into a retirement account where you're going to have to pay a fee like an IRA, you got to pay a penalty to withdraw it? Here's what I would do. This is just me. I would do a combination of option 1 and option 2. No one's ever given me the best option. It's always going to take a little bit from this and a little bit from this and a little bit from this. I would keep working your current job, get your car and your debts paid off. All right. I would also then start to embark on a career in accounting, starting with taking the world's greatest accounting career so you know how to most quickly get to making money as an accountant. And I wish you reached me a little bit beforehand because you could have been doing taxes this upcoming tax season. I would even maybe talk to H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt or one of those tax services in a strip mall. They may even allow you to park your car there because I know that's an issue for you, for people who live out of their vehicles. They might say, yeah, leave your car here. You might even be able to get it where there's a gym you belong to with a shower in the same mall, strip mall, as a Jackson Hewitt or a H&R Block or any one of those. Talk to them, see if you could get trained up for the upcoming tax season. It's an outside shot. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. I'm just telling you that's something you can look forward to. Because you want to live overseas, I would not join the U.S. military because there's a several year commitment to that. So let's just leave that off the table. And basically, the strategy I'd recommend you do is you clean up your shit here, keep working, fix up your car, go back to where you were before. You're making money, pay off the debts, get financially stable, work up a little bit more money, get yourself to the point that you can work remotely as an accountant, which might take 2 to 3 years. And it's probably going to be the enrolled agent certification. Although you could also do bookkeeping. You will not become a CPA because that's just going to take too fucking long. And I would have yourself a 2 to 3 year plan. Pay off your debts, get things squared away, save up a little bit more money, become an accountant here, become a remote accountant where you can do people's taxes or bookkeeping online. Have yourself an established, you don't have to be making enough money to live, but you should be able to where, okay, I got an online accountancy. I set up a website. I'm getting clients. I could do people's taxes or some bookkeeping. In other words, this is a 3-year process probably. And now I can start doing accounting remotely, which means I can go overseas. I could go live with my grandparents and I'm already making money. The only reason, among other reasons, I would recommend you stay here is because if you go overseas, that country is very specific and unique. It's nowhere near as big as the United States. So you're not going to get experience doing taxes in that foreign country as you would in the United States, and therefore have access and expertise in a much larger field, a much larger industry, the US taxes. So stay here in the United States, continue working your regular job. Take that accounting course, the world's greatest accounting career. It's on Teachable. I have it linked down below. Figure out the path, which we paint several. Don't come back. Which path do I take? Make the fucking decision yourself. Jerk off with my right hand, jerk off with my, then I become a CPA, but then I go to blah, 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 blah. That's a you problem. Continue working your real job, live in your car, find a Hewlett Jackson or a, what is the other one? H&R Block or any one of those. Ideally, I don't know where you shower. Maybe you shower at work. That's fine. You keep the job you're working at now. Sounds like you have scalable hours, and you get a just if you could get into H&R Block or a tax prep service this tax season. They may not be able to prepare you to become a tax preparer, but maybe an assistant, something to just get in there and start learning a little bit about taxes. I do that. I'm just picturing the perfect scenario where there's a tax prep thing, your shower and your gym, and they allow you to park your car there. It'd save you a tremendous amount of time. And in 2 to 3 years' time, you won't have to tap your retirement funds. You'll have the skills and abilities in 2 to 3 years' time to start your own accountancy. And then you say, okay, I can now afford to fly overseas. You could live with your grandparents, sure. But then you don't have to go to school. You don't have to find a job overseas. You just got your accountancy, spend time with grandma and grandpa. If you build your accountancy well enough with American clients, you could probably buy yourself a piece of property out there and maybe start getting your own home. And yeah, if you make enough money online as an accountant, you don't need a car. I mean, probably want to have one, but you don't need one, especially living with your grandparents. And that's probably your best bet. So keep working where you are now. Only work 18-hour shifts, all right? Pay off the debts. Get the cars fixed up. Start like today. Go and don't just go to the closest H&R Block. Again, see if there's like, okay, it looks like I'm trying to save you a lot of time and money here. Choose your battleground wisely. That H&R Block, the office is downtown and you got to pay for parking. Don't choose that one. Go out to the burbs or close to where you work and look around and say, oh, okay, that H&R Block is close to where I work anyway. There's a very big parking space. I don't see no overnight parking signs. And the gym is also over there. And then ideally, you could park in that lot, hit the gym, clean up, go to work at regular work, go to work at H&R Block, maybe 3 days a week or on weekends, and just be perfectly honest and upfront. Like, yeah, I'm a van life guy. Don't stink. Obviously, shower, have some good clothes, maybe bring an iron. And then you show up at, you smell good, you smell clean, you're combed and groomed, and you walk in, they're like, dang, you sleep in your car. Like, well, yeah, I shower. I'm not unhygienic. In 2 to 3 years' time, now you got yourself an accountant. Don't tell them, oh, by the way, I'm only using you to go and start my own accounting firm. All right. You're going there to get experience. 3 years of which you'll go down there. There's more details in that accounting course, but that's what I would do. And I would absolutely not do the douche canoe thing. Absolutely not. All right, there you go. Let's go to the super chats. We got 2. Robert Archer, $10. Have him sign up for the paratroopers, get into an infantry battalion. That'll remove doubts and man him up to the facts of life. Merry Christmas, Mr. Cappy from the Tundra. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see what Minot, North Dakota looks like for weather. How cold is it up there? Oh, that's not bad at all. It's practically summer up there. And Bob, for $5, I'm starting tax preparer. If I'm doing well in 2025, I'll be able to work remote in 2026. I'll reinforce that by doing bookkeeping and becoming an enrolled agent. Yeah, Bob's down the path already. Bob knows what he's talking about. I'd like to go into detail, but we don't have the God. I think that course I created is 6 hours long. It's a very thorough course. And for those of you who want to work remote or do van life, but have a job and not be poor, you want to travel overseas, become an accountant. And there's the right ways, plural, and then there's the wrong ways, plural. the wrong ways is going to college, pissing away a lot of money, getting your MBA, sitting for the CPA exam, and then having a shit ton of debt that you got to pay off. So now you got to suck dick at the big four, and you're never going to be free. All right, link below. The world's greatest accounting career, available on Teachable, or you just search Teachable, world's greatest accounting career. You'll find it. That's it. See you guys later, Toodles.